To introduce this series, first I'll introduce myself. My name is Jed Irvin, and I'm a senior faculty research assistant here at Oregon State University. I've worked here for 20 years on at least 15 different research projects. On those projects, I worked directly with at least 75 different students who were collaborating with a number of different advisors. While I've always been a mentor to students, a few years ago, I added a new role where I became a more focused coach, and I began coaching students both on the projects I was working on and outside the projects I was working on particular issues that were facing them that they needed help with. This was some of the most rewarding work that I did at Oregon State. I'm about to retire, and my supervisor, Alan Fern, and I decided that my final contribution before I go would be to try to capture all the best practices I've picked up over the years so that students who came on board after I retired would have access to that information. Helping out as a software developer on all these projects, I had a front row seat watching students and their advisors collaborate. Being a grad student can be very challenging. A lot of things can come up that can work to slow you down. I put these in two categories: headwind and drag. Drag are the issues that arise within you that can slow you down. For example, reluctance to ask your advisor a particular question. Headwind are things that arise outside of you, such as a miscommunication with your advisor. So, the goal of this series is to improve your grad school experience by sharing best practices that are both technical, like on the software development side, and non-technical to reduce your stress by giving you the skills you need to minimize headwind and drag. Now, it turns out that headwind and drag can be more of an issue for students than the technical challenges. For this reason, during COVID, I put together a podcast called the Grad Student Coach Podcast, 28 episodes where I covered all sorts of things around headwind and drag in great detail. Now, the plan is to include all that audio as part of this bundle. So in case you need to have a deep dive into one of the topics, or in case you want to listen to the whole thing, it'll be there available for you. And throughout this video series, I may refer to specific episodes of that podcast. Okay, well, that serves as a good introduction. And again, welcome.